What's up guys, VSJCuber here, and I'm back with another video today, and today I want to introduce my new method. It's literally just by my surname. It's called the Jagdev Method, and I think it's pretty cool because it uses some tips and stuff that you can use from 4x4 and implements it in 3x3 to make it quite unique, and it also can like change your solve. So yeah, I just want to get into like how it is. So if I just do a hand scramble here, I'll just show the tips, not the tips, like what you do first. So for example, you make a cross. I'm not making this properly, but you make it where two of your cross pieces are correct and the other two like are opposite to each other and are wrong. And then essentially what you do is you do your F2L all the same way. I can't even see anything for this. And then you do your OLL the same way. But then you can change what PLO you get from whilst you're like orienting and, well, not orienting, but solving these two edges. So for example, like this, you can change your PLO into a J-perm, or from here you can change it into a G-perm, or you can even like change the way you do it and like do a J-perm first and then get a swap and then change it back. But so that's the concept of the video. So what it basically is you do a cross where two of your pieces are wrong, then you do your F2L like normal, your OLO like normal, and then you keep your opposite edges in front and back, and then you just do, then you like do M2, U2, M2, or you AUF and do M2, U2, M2, or you do RU, R prime, U prime, and M2, U2, M2, and then undo that to make it, to change which PLL you get. So yeah. So yeah, let's just get into a tutorial. So what I want to really like emphasize here is that you have to like remember that two of your cross pieces are going to be opposite. So for example, if you have two here, you have to make sure these two are opposite. Like it doesn't matter if it's like these two are opposite at the start or these two. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, then I'm sure you guys all know CFOP, so you just go into your F2L. And then you do your OLO. And essentially this is the most like biggest part of the solve. So you can't do M2, U2, M2 from when you have the solved edges in front of you and behind you, because it will just unsolve both of them. What you need to do is to do it from here. From when the unsolved one's in the front and the back. Because if you do it from here, like you'll give you a, I don't know, a PLO, and you get like a G-perm, for example. And you do your G-perm and AUF, and then you have to rotate and do H-perm from like here, because these two need swapping and these two. So that's kind of silly. So essentially what you want to do here is there's 3 different ways that you could possibly like orient or change your PLO. So there's one way you can swap these two edges, one way you swap these two edges, and one way you swap these two edges. You can also mirror this one and swap these two, but you can just do an AUF before you do that. So I'll just show them all here. So these are the 4. So yeah, leaving this out for the time being. The first one is when these two are obviously opposite and these two are opposite, and you can swap these two and these two by doing M2, U2, M2, and then U2, AUF. The next way to swap is if you want to swap these two, the one on the edge on the left and the right, then you can do an AUF, either a U or a U prime, and then do M2, U2, M2, and then you'd have to AUF back. And the next way is if you want to swap these two, the two adjacent to each other, And the way you do that is you do R, U, R prime, U prime, and then M2, U2, M2, and then U prime, R, U prime, R prime. So basically, those are the three ways you can do it. So according to, like, if you have this case here, you could, I don't know, from here you could do M2, U2, M2, which would give you this J perm. If you do a AUF and you want to swap these two, then you get a G perm. But if you want to swap these two, or for example these two, so if I swap these two, this red will go there and the orange will go there. So I guess I should probably get an R perm. I might be wrong. Oh no, yeah, it will be an R perm. So you do the R, U, R prime, U prime, then M2, U2, M2, then U prime, R prime, and you get the R perm. So basically that's the point of the whole solve. The M2, you just need to, if you know CFOP, this will be really easy to pick up. All you need to know is solving two of the cross edges opposite to each other, and then how to swap which edges and which edges you want to swap. That's really all you need to know. I can just put that in the description. But if your F2L needs improving first, then I can put a link for that. I might just put it in the cards. There's also an OLL video that I can send, or I mean link, and a PLO video from Felix's Cube Skills website, or even his YouTube, because they've got all the OLL and PLOs. If you want to know, what they look like for each one. Two-sided PLO recognition is something that needs to be learned, I guess, kind of, for this, because it can kind of help you predict what your PLO is going to be, which is useful because that's essentially what we're doing here. We're using M2, U2, M2 to change which PLO we get and maybe make it better for the person themselves. So for example, I don't know, I guess I can show this here. Like if you have this whole big block, some people might prefer F perm, so knowing what an F perm would look like and swapping these two, because you know these two are the swapped edges and these two are swapped corners, will get you the F perm. But if not, and you prefer like a T perm, you can do a U prime only and swap them, which will give you a T perm, which I guess is the more useful part of this whole thing. That's what really actually needs to be learned. Yeah, it's really easy to pick up, so that's about it really. It's not like such a method that I need to go in depth into, but it's just about how you swap your edges. Yeah, I can just put those algs for those in the description, and I'll just show them once more again, just so that you guys got them covered. So the three ways of swapping them once again, is just to swap these two edges, like the one in front of you and the one at the back. The way you do that is just a normal M2, U2, M2, then a U2 again. If you need to swap these two, the one on the left and the right, then you do an AUF, either a U prime or a U, and you do M2, U2, M2, and then you just AUF again. And if you want to do the adjacent ones, so this one and this one, so the one on the front and one on the right, or even if it's like in the back and on the left, you can just AUF to get it to this position. Then you do R, U, R prime, U prime, M2, U2, M2, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. Basically, that's all the cases that need to be known. I'll just show one solve with the Jagdev method. So, for example, I really can't see what I'm doing here. So you just solve your cross. What on earth? And then you do your F2L. And then you do OLL like normal. And then you do something to change what PLO you get, M2, U2, M2, and then you actually do your PLO. Basically, that's the whole concept of the method. It's called the Jagdev method. I guess you can use it if you want, but yeah, CFOP's still useful and CFOP's still good. Yeah, that's it. All the stuff that needs to be known will be in the description. I'll link the F2L, OLO, and PLO videos as well. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. And, well, hope you use this method anyway. See ya.